sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Carolina Panthers. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. They go play action now. Jackson. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they're going to get this beyond the 30 before he's taken down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Murray back near his goal line. And finding the tight end Hooper. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. So they got some pressure, maybe hoping to get a safety, and they get roughing the passer.
And gave up a pass completion as well. Nothing really went right on that play for them.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
First down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
He's got exactly what you're looking for. The ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
2nd and 11. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. The punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. It's Kirk. And they work this out past the 25.
That is definitely what we call a defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
On 2nd and 11 now, Jackson. And this is caught by Watkins. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Out to his left. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Now he's flushed out right, and he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's a run with Akers on second down. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
51 the mic, boys, 51. Come on,
Now it's Jackson. This is caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Tommy Trimble from 8 yards out. And the Panthers will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Shotgun now from Murray. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, it's Murray. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Able to find Isabella. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team defensive tackles, because we asked them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 2nd and 7, Murray drops it off for Chubb. Some extra space following the display of power down just inside the 45. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. To throw is Murray. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Cardinals. Nick Chubb, 37 yards. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson to throw. Forced out to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Joejuan Williams. And this one will be brought back to the 22. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your...
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Hassan Reddick leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, 28 yards. And the Cardinals on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
To throw again on 2nd down, Jackson. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Brings up 3rd down.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Going for the deep ball. It got his man complete. A big play there for Carolina.
And that one hurts defensively. They force him into third and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. They'll run on first down with Akers. And some space here. Escapes the defender. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 55 rushing yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. Jackson now off the bootleg. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
First down, Murray. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll make it a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Murray to air it out again. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. From the 41, Murray. Past the 20. 10, 5, touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, 41 yards. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Taken at about the 1. Oh, a good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. Now Jackson on first down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. This one fielded at the 5. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms. To find out who advances to the divisional round, let's get you back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They toss it left side to Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, boy, you ain't got no feet.
That second down play, nets a -4.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Murray now. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. "51 yards on the punt there. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Here's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Barker. And he's brought down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. Nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They go play action with Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Barker. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Kirk. And the ball is knocked out, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
We have seen this.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Jackson. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. To throw is Jackson. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. Touchdown! Tommy Trimble, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Murray's throw into the hands of Hooper. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. A give. This is Chubb. Chubb will have the 1st down and much more. And finally brought down at the 38. 54 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people. All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray bulldozes past him. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They go play action now. Jackson. And one more time, here's Kirk. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On the handoff, running left is Akers. Akers has got the first down and then some. And he gets this one down to the 24.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. There's Trimble, the tight end. And down inside the 15 he goes.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's got it.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action. Now Jackson. They'll roll him out right. That's Brown. Touchdown, Carolina. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Panthers, they're just an extra point away now from taking the lead. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Runs over him, and he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency. But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Wide open receiver complete. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Murray keeps it himself. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down.
I know they didn't get it, but I kind of like the call. 2nd and inches, go right to the quarterback sneak. Normally, I should be executed better, shouldn't it?
I'm going to disagree with you. I don't like the call.
You don't like that?
That's just because they didn't get it, though. Hindsight's 2020.
2020 and never defeated.
And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that 1st down marker. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Likely the play of the game here. Trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Nick Chubb. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And the Panthers are right back in this football game.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 38. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. The tackle there by John Johnson. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. A bold play call there on third down, and they almost picked it up.
They almost got there, as you just noted. Brings up 4th and inches. And you know what I'm a big advocate of if you're going to go for it here, and I think that they should? Quarterback sneak. Pick up the first down, get a fresh set, and then go for the end zone.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now Jackson. Finding Watkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Jackson. Rolling to his right. First down and more for Jackson. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Buying time to his left. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a two-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go.
The touchdown saved their playoff lives momentarily. Now for the two-point conversion. Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he will get in. The two-point conversion is good. And we may be on our way to overtime. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. To throw is Murray. Pass complete to Chubb. And he will get to the sideline here, but that a minimal gain at best. 3 yards, possibly 4.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
He'll throw it on third down there, but he cannot connect. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And taken right on the 30. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's in. Are you kidding me?
How do you get that
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game. And they do win on the final play. And I know it's hard to find solace on one side when the season ends, no matter where it ends, but especially in the playoffs because there's all that build-up to the moment. But I would imagine the post-game locker room speech, it'll have a pretty positive spin.
It should. They've made a heck of a run to get to the playoffs and have that chance to advance, even though they didn't. But you're right about how much it's going to hurt, because when you work that hard to get this far, it hurts just a little bit more. No matter when your season ends, it's a downer. But in this case, even more so because you had your eyes on the big prize, which was the Lombardi Trophy.